All right, gets rooted up. Niski doesn't have the mana to really follow through. That Sand Soldier damage, though, equalizes out. So finally, both objective trades across the map right now. No kills. Still 13 minutes.
Splyce securing a mid lane tower, they'll open up the map a lot more. It will make LeBlanc's ability to find picks that much more. I feel like they lost a little more than they should have in the bot side of the map.
All right, so Splyce will manage to keep this gold in their favor for the time being.
It's about minutes once that second item's done, and then they can just go, well, let's team fight. And the problem is, Splyce scaling, and Splyce has put this emphasis on themselves to be the proactive team. You gotta wonder how the pressure is weighing on them. And now look, Blanc coming in for a flank.
Okay, let's see if he can make this one happen. Goes over, gets the two-man shuffle up, and I don't care if you swallow the ash, you're going down, my friend. That is going to be one kill, first blood, swag and style. Kabi is going nowhere, and Blank picks up one with Hiku on the other. It's inner tower time.
Latest first blood of the split secured by Roccat as they find 2 kills onto Splyce and secure themselves a tier 2 tower in the mid.
Well, things are starting to get real interesting. It is going to be the time to fight. Ghostblade, Dustblade of Drakthar also on, and it looks like this tower only needs a few more chip shots. Nick goes down. Do Roccat feel like they want to take this fight? They get some damage, and Kasing hops Odoamne into his mount. Teleport coming through. Xerxes a little bit late to the party. Missed the memo. It was the Horn's happening. Xerxes goes golden, but I think they're going to leave him out to dry here, and Hiku's taking him down. Roccat knocking on the doors.
Roccat are playing so weak. A win here would be monumental, and now they're looking for a collapse onto Memento.
Memento, he does dash forward, looks for the Kasing. Oh, Memento's getting low right now, and Hiku realizes he can't put out enough damage in time. The Ash Arrow comes through. Hiku flashes away.
Should do a lot of damage as the ult comes down.
Okay, and they're going to knock him up. Kasing is going to go ahead and pop that stopwatch, but now the fight's in here. Odoamne's find the flank, and Blank is trying to come in. I don't think Roccat are quite on the same page, but Memento takes down Odoamne before it even starts. Memento is also going to fall. Kabe getting the kill, and Splyce bleeding and bruised, but they still want to take this fight right now. Stun off onto Blank Norskarin, moving through, and the shuffle goes back. Hop back into the belly of Kasing, and they're still going. This is an all-out brawl, and Cersei is going to find Blank and Kabe firing arrows as many ways as he can. Prophet not able to find the kill, and Splyce are going to make out like bandits. Prophet falling, double kill to Cersei. Splyce with the victory on that fight.
Huge
mistakes from Roccat.
Oh, big mistake from Roccat. Got to see the replay on how that all came to be. No steal going to come out from Hiku. Splyce secured themselves to Baron on back in their pockets. Notice the tower difference is 5-2 in favor of Roccat, yet Splyce currently sit with the gold lead. And now they're going to divide this Roccat squad up.
If you take an ill-advised fight, you get yourself caught out of position. A team like Splyce, they can collapse. So it was a disastrous start.
Where Roccat was forced to divide. That is the ideal setup where Splyce can have that available so that the 2 top laners can match.
Here we go.
Here we go, Niski. That's good damage.
That's a lot of damage, and not as much of the chunk as he was hoping to get, but still, that is not chump change either. Here comes Odo with a massive Gnar! Right into the edge of terrain, and Hiku comes up, bringing up the rear a little bit too late, and it looks like Splyce is going to be able to start this fight off right. Xerxes takes down Memento. It's a 5v4, and Roccat are bleeding out here. Blank unable to get back into the fight, and all they can do is try contest. Splyce will pick up Baron number 2. 35 minutes into this game. Prophet sniffing forward, just wanting to see if this is happening. It looks like he might even give his life over at this point. Roccat realized they have to take a not-so-smart fight. Niski looking to sniff around the side, and once again, the execution errors plaguing Roccat
to win so many of these fights.
And Roccat are supposed to have the team fighting composition, Betty, so you called it way early on in this game.
The goal now is to get themselves an inhibitor. With that gone, breaking the rest of Rockat's base becomes easier, but also forces Splyce.
They've already managed to really execute well in the later stages of this game.
So important. And given the situation they're in, Roccat are going to have to find a miracle play to turn this game around.
As it stands, they're already just losing out on these objectives here. Inhibitor falling in the bottom. It seems like the game plan.
Elder Drake short to follow, but they will secure themselves another tower.
Maybe an
Splyce
inhibitor.
Continuing with their pressure.
All right, Odoamne pushing forward. Chain's not going to land. That is a tilter for sure if the rest of this game hasn't already gone that way. And Splyce going straight on forward. Norskarin does delete Niski off the map, and maybe this is the chance for Roccat to finally find that fight unless they can beat feet out of here. Norskarin, Memento stepping forward. Kabi low, but he's surrounded by teammates, and there's not a whole lot of AoE coming through.
Yeah, they're melting through it. Roccat can't even get close, and it's secured.
No, that's it. Easy peasy. I don't know about this fight, though. Let's see if they can get Odoamne down and get swallowed up by Kasing.
Here we go. This is it.
Oh, my
Roccat,
goodness.
Their dream of a comeback is right here, right now.
They need this one. Here we go. Niski trying to come in here, and it looks like this is not quite enough damage to take this down. It's going to be coming down to a smite fight, and it's secured by Memento. But can they win the fight? Odoamne gets a Gnar over the wall, and in goes Niski to shut down Hiku and Norskarin. That fight is lost. That game is lost. Splyce when it counts.
Splyce obliterate Roccat 5-0. They have the Baron buff. They have the Nexus set in their eyes, and Splice are on their way to playoffs.
One fell swoop. Looked like you got yourself the dragon, but you lose yourself the game. Splice pull a most critical win in the race for playoffs. Saw earlier, didn't quite work out for them, so he ends up locking in the Kaisa. So we have a Kaisa Braum lane. Talk about a hyper carry. That is one that you can enable.
Yeah, the scaling on the side is very, very low. Now, we're going to have to cut this short as Alfari is getting dived.
Yes, he is. Let's see. SmittyJ going forward and the Gnar into the wall. Alfari eats an orange and it's K, but not really. That's going to be first blood. Nice aggro juggle on the tower.
Love land those skill shots. KazaLoLL, though, hanging around the top lane once again.
Oh, barrels out. Instantly, Smitty jumps in. This time, Maxlor is there and he gets the body slam flash off. That's a lot of damage, but I don't know if Alfari wants to take this fight. I don't know if he can. Little bit of disconnect there. Maxlor goes golden. KazaLoLL trying to limp away, but SmittyJ going 1, V2, not gonna go all in.
He gets himself the red buff. Maxlor still hasn't been enough, but in the end, H2K come out ahead on the 2 versus 2. They're gonna secure not only a kill, but first tower of the game.
All right, that one's going down. 10 minutes in, 2-0 for H2K.
In there as well. SmittyJ, could he be in trouble?
Oh, I think he's been in trouble a little bit. Too far forward, and he gets knocked back, not quite into tower range. There's the parley coming out. He throws the barrel, or throws the boulder, I should say. Hans Sama, though, is hunting around the side, flashing forward, followed by SmittyJ, and he's making it a Cathian rain. Hans Sama coming up with the kill.
So this time, Misfits send 3 people up top side, secure that kill onto SmittyJ. Yeah, I mean, they really wanted to get that kill, relieve some of the pressure away from Alfari. It did cost a flash on Hans Sama, and it will give H2K the Drake, and on top of that, a lot of damage down onto this tier 1 in the bot lane. So, like, a lot of commitment being thrown there for Misfits to try and get something back.
Yeah, Misfits really...
Likely going to be another tower.
Yeah, and this time Smitty can push up with impunity because he not only has Shelly to back him up, but you can see where... Yeah, it does seem like Selfie's Fizz should outshine a little bit, as long as he doesn't get caught, because he walks right into the belly bop and unleash the power! He's gone golden, but he's not going to last too long. Doesn't matter if you hop, my friend, and one more shot will do it. Alfari gets the parlay. Here from Misfits, they rush the tower. Meanwhile, H2K, they should be able to get some pressure down to the bottom. This could be a trade here.
But there's the Gangplank ultimate. This is one of the strengths that it has off in a side lane. Don't know if it'll be enough to stop the tower going down, but it will mean that H2K can't keep pushing down towards the bot side. Misfits can reset. They'll be able
critical pickup here as we get closer and closer to that 20-minute mark in mid-game.
So H2K, you know, Frostbite doesn't have TP, but it's kind of short range. There's a bit of a risk there. But you are right, he's likely going to be the one sitting mid and just wave clearing for the most part. We'll see how H2K actually set up their 1-3-1 once they take this mid tower down, because it will open up the map a lot more. Now they're going to Senkux.
Onto the root, and Senkux! There's the barrel coming out, but looks like KazaLoLL still able to find him. Shook finishes the fight on that one, and the rest of Misfits tagging in way too late. Promise Q gets Maxlor. The tower is saved, but Vedius at what cost?
Yeah, 2 quick kills going in favor of H2K. Maxlor does his best to try and keep Senkux alive, but he doesn't respect that there are 5 members of H2K underneath their tower. He ends up going down. Maxlor was quick to follow, and now H2K, they still have a tower set in their eyes.
And I'll be able to grab that one. Sama doesn't find anything, but all the same, SmittyJ's getting free tower shots, and he takes the inner down.
Yeah.
Down bot.
Alfari suddenly they can get a tower for free. They could even get themselves a Drake, and again, it's because they have the double teleport available to them that gives Misfits a little bit more gold.
Committing to it, so it does mean that Hans Sama can pick up that dragon, but he might need to hightail it to the team. The Baron is already down to half health. This will force the reaction out of Misfits. Maxlor could try to go for the hero smite here. He's unguarded around the side of the pit. Hans Sama looking to come on in. There's the barrel pop. Maxlor will have a chance to come over the wall, try to get the steal off. It's gonna go! He spotted early, but he got it anyways. And now let's see if Misfits can take this fight. Looking for Promise Q flashing away, and Alfari cleaning up Shook. And that was just chaotic. That was all of a sudden, the pace drastically changes. So now it is Misfits that are looking to charge into the H2K base here. And this has to be one of the most relieving feelings for a team that was losing against the team in last place of the league. You are already locked into playoffs, but you need to get those wins to put yourself ahead in the battle for seeding. Play. That's true. So it looks like, meanwhile, there will be a trade up towards the top. You see KazaLoLL double timing with Selfie to try and break open an inhibitor. So while Misfits have the Baron, they're getting the push on bottom. They might be the ones losing out in the pressure game. If Tower's going to fall, and H2K looking for more, forcing Senkux to flash away. Power's going to be unleashed. A double teleport coming through, and this is going to be the chance for Misfits to try and win this fight with that Baron buff on. They get the stun. They get Shook. Alfari leading the charge down through the broken tower, looking for SmittyJ, but he walks away, or can Kenny, Hansama flashing forward, double kill, cleaning house.
And Misfits finding another huge team fight win. They have 5 members alive. Here comes Selfie.
Let's see if he can get nearly enough damage. I don't know about that one. He goes gold, but no execution just yet. Jesus is staying alive, baby. That's the ace, and Misfits in the base.
Misfits, after a very difficult early game, are able to turn it around and will shut down H2K.
Misfits, that is how you turn it around. This team sits in first place in the EU LCS.
Oh, I look back.
Jankos actually coming down towards the duo lane in the bottom side. Totoro and Samex need to be aware. We did there with the flash in. Totoro, no devour on him. And first blood goes to G2. And it was all about the solo lanes for us, but it was all about the bot lane for G2.
Yeah, Totoro gets out butch up.
So important to get him to the red buff in time, but Perkz actually coming up here. Exile on the way as well. Perkz goes in with the perfect execution, looking for those stuns. Wonder jumps the wall, and Cold is caught out. Hex the golden egg comes down. There's one, but White Knight turns it right back around, and Perkz has to run for the hills. Here's the Realm Warp. Jankos just dodging away from it. And both teams accept.
All the haters wrong. Proven Deficio and Vedius wrong.
White Knight and Wonder trading in the top side, but Jankos on his way, no prison yet. Just about to come off cooldown. Here's Cold as well, trying to turn this one back around for the Unicorns. Cold, cask back, but Jankos will assault his way underneath the tower.
Yeah, this matchup is turning its head very hard right now. Wonder solo, he's going to be zoned away from all these minions under the turret, but right now you see both supports from these teams running up towards the top side of the map. G2 do not want to give this away too easily.
The amount of times I get confused by unsealed spellbook supports at the moment, I'm just like,
here we go.
Why does we did have those summoner spells, and why is White Knight still under the tower? Somehow he gets out, dies to the skirmish to save it. Jankos falls as well as Samex joined the fray. Wonder trying to get away from this. We did with a great block, but Exile running his way towards the fight. Rune Prison on towards the Braum, eaten up in the belly of the beast. And the Unicorns get 2 in the top lane.
Great attack there from the
First. And that's exactly what they're going to do. First tower blood to the Unicorns. With it, a very slight gold lead, but not for very long, as Hyalan should be able to take this tower down as well. Might not get it this wave, actually. So, Unicorns keep their gold lead for a little bit longer.
Actually, because White Knight's made his way down here, it might not mean the turret goes down immediately, although with only 1 member here to defend, still difficult to hold on to this tower unless you just kill Yarnan.
Gets hit by the stabby spot, but turns it back around with a chain of corruption. Teleport coming in. And Wadid is the one to join the fight.
Oh!
Teleport, Wadid misses the flash. But they do still get the tower in the end. Perkz not in the best of shapes here. Perkz has a stun. Obscurity misses.
Ult him, please.
Perkz has the stun. There we go. Woo.
Yeah, so by the way,
the stun from Perkz was not a perfect execution.
Oh, well.
Fight up towards the top side as Wonder gets caught out underneath this tower. Unicorn's answer on the other. The beast that is Perkz on Akali. Tower falls in the top lane. Unicorns of Love still doing a good job about playing around the map. Samex eaten up. Teleport coming in as well. And Totoro's just going to get stun locked for days. Perkz will help his team secure the kill. Gets his second of the game. Cold now with the flank. We want to get out of here.
Baby.
Wonder's on the chase. Wall dive. Perkz still there. There's the Hexa Ultimatum as well. And Cold has no place to go. The Ignite is down and Cold will tick away.
And out of
They give up so much for not taking the fight. You give up the Cloudy Boy, the Vape Drake, you give up the Rift Herald as well.
They can do that because the Herald already has the first turret topside. G2 can continue to escort it down that lane and look for yet another turret if Unicorns do not respond quickly enough.
White Knight has been pushing in this bottom lane though, getting a tower for himself down there. Perkz trading onto Exile, exhausted. Oh, jump all the way back in with the Shuriken flip, but has to flash away. Here's the Tarm Kench. Cold comes in from the side. Hella blades and hella damage on a Perkz.
To the face! Samex Salsa. That's how I say it.
Incorrectly.
You say incorrectly, but Perkz is on the chase
Perkz,
though!
don't do it! Let him get away! Mercy! Mercy, please, Perkz!
Get him out of there! Get him out!
Oh, no! As they do scale up, they have some strong members, but really looking towards how they're going to win.
He almost makes it out, so we get another fight.
Huge fight starting in the bottom lane already. Wonder down, explosive cast used. Perkz has to go obscure to get away. Here's the curtain call. Wadid blocks it up with the Unbreakable, knocked up as well. Prison misses, White Knight over the wall, and Unicorns find the fight they need in the top lane.
And now they can move into the
Is on him as well. Jankos looking for the second Baron steal of the day, but Perkz is going to jump in. The first stun goes obscure, dodges out the chains. White Knight still tanking up the Baron. Chain of Corruption comes out from G2, just reset the fight, but the Unicorns have evaded the first engage from G2. Jankos waiting across the wall, 3,000 HP left on the Baron. They dive onto the Sejuani. He's so tanky though, and they have to disengage. Back onto the Baron. He does not get the steal. Unicorn secure, but Wonder's coming in with the teleport now, and Unicorns need to get out of this. Yarn and so low, Wonder dives in, Perks there, the double's alive! The sweet spot, and Unicorns get the Baron, and they're gonna try and get away from this one. Perks running for the wins, but he is running straight into the mouths of the wolves, turns it back around. Samox immediately
on that bottom side.
all it would have taken is one or two more shots. Kench going in, it's White Knight on that backline as well. A great explosive cut, separates the fight. Yarnan so low, but White Knight unable to get the final shot. Goes into the World Ender, it's going to be resurrected. Totoro now running for the hills as Perks comes in. Wonder down. Gets the kill on Totoro.
Base, but right now Unicorns Love are threatening onto these objectives. Already have this middle lane. They should get that tower. Just keep knocking down these structures. Keep clawing back so you can send those guys into a side lane. And as I said, get back in the lead.
G2 never.
For Samox to extend maybe a little bit too far as the rest of G2. Look at the engage.
Jumps onto Exo. Exo flashes away. Glacial Prism doesn't connect, and Perks goes in. And now perhaps the Unicorns can be against
White Knight.
White Knight has the flank. The curtains open. Perhaps is the curtain call for G2's hope at that top spot. White Knight goes into the World Ender. He's going to resurrect. Exhaust Youth on Wonder. And G2 turn this one back around. And Exo ultimatum is huge. The separation in this fight. But no one is dying. And the Unicorns get one. They lose two. G2 reset. Back away. Samox flashes in. It's not enough damage, and he will pay for it with his life. He's done. G2 clean up the fight. Cold getting chased down here as well by Wadid. He will escape, but what a moment to flash forward from Samox.
Oh, Samox looked for the hero play right there. He gets the kill onto Perks. Maybe it's different. Maybe Unicorns win the fight, get the Baron, but no, it's G2. It's Perks surviving, who can now turn things around, take down maybe not just an inhibitor, but those death timers are so long they could go back and even start up the Baron for that little bit extra on top.
You gotta get all the things.
G2 though, if they're gonna try to force a fight, I think it has to be off the back of a flank, a spite steal, maybe ambitious there from Totoro without a flash in the pit, but we gotta fight.
Fight straight onto Cold. Glacial Prism used as well. Totoro low, cleanses away. Perks on the back line, trying to dive on Samox, but the Zonya's used cleanse as well. Yana on a killing spree once again. He's the one alive. He's the one dishing out the DPS in this fight. The World Ender comes out, but White Knight just running for the hills here as G2 are wiping Unicorns off the face of the map with dead falls, and maybe the Unicorns can turn it back around because the chains will not quite pull back. It's Yarnan, but he is done. Back into the GA, they kill the Aatrox. Wonder dives onto Samox. Samox takes him out, shot to the face, and the curtains open from the side. One shot on Yarnan, misses the second. That replay was brought to you by Ace of Predator as this Baron fight starts. Perks was looking for the steal, but he's not going to get it. Baron goes down to the Unicorns of Blood. On the top side of this, Jankos running away. Use the Blast Cone. White Knight, knock yourself back out. The Glacial Prism used as well.
They're going to burst it down.
On the Elder Drag, it resets. They can't burst it when it resets. Perks coming in from the bottom side of this fight, and we did. White Knight not in a good spot by now. He's on his own. The Chain of Corruption comes out. Here's Perks on the back line. That's exactly what you need. G2 find the fight. The stun. Samox gobbled up, gets out back alive. Cold down now, and Perks dives in. 1, 2, goodbye. Goodbye, Unicorns of Blood. That's 2 down, and Exile's the last to follow as well. It's going to be a clean ace here from G2. They find the perfect flank at the perfect moment, and they shut down Unicorns.
The collapse on the side from Perks, the turn from the core unit of G2. That is going to be the game. Yarnan teleports up into the top side of the map. We're still 30 seconds away from the bot lane of the Unicorns respawning. G2 are going to crush this base.
Oh, what a performance from both of these teams. G2 somehow eke out some semblance of victory from this game, but they will not be happy. After this performance, they will go for the Nexus Towers. They'll take them out as well. What a performance from the Unicorns of Blood, fighting with every inch of their life. But in the end, G2 take the win in a hard-fought clash.
Absolutely ridiculous gameplay to the table. Of course, we did mention the Gragas earlier on. The Kled, not as much in the wheelhouse of Ruin. I feel like the Gragas will fit that role.
A kill can help. They can dive Ruin here. No level 6. There's the call of the Forge God. And immediately Ruin stunned up. First blood to Whippo in the top lane.
Yes.
He's on Elise, maybe they should be fighting more. Hasn't happened that much. So while no ganks happen, and while a fight happens in the bottom lane, Reckless has to flash away, steal back! Hella damage! Betsy falls in the mid lane as well. Caps with the 1v1 on Akali. Wants to react quicker from the bottom side, Boxer. Repel onto Blast Cone is the usual combination from Elise in this situation. The Dragon does reset, but Giants will get it. And still a really cool interaction that happened, but you were just picking words out of a hat. Boxer with the flash cocoon straight onto Betsy. Caps gets the kill. Teleport's coming in from Giants here. It's only Ruin, and he is not going to be able to save Joker for that long. Joker flashes back in. The explosive cast knocks him away. Boxer. That's crazy.
To come and pick up the kill, and we're back in the mid lane.
Well, doesn't have flash, so yeah, Betsy's not in the best of spots.
Yeah.
It's a mid lane fight. We've seen this happen before. We saw it happen to Shot. 30 minutes in, it's a big lead for Fnatic. Not worried about that 10-minute stack. Betsy! Okay, yeah, Betsy, your night is done. 0-4-1 at 13 minutes. Maybe Giants will be able to get first tower down towards this bottom side. It's some sort of semblance of a win for them. And yeah, first tower, you know, that's the thing.
Giants need wards around mid lane.
For the cocoon dash forward combination.
Yeah.
And he would need one right now to dash away from this. Repel goes up, Hillersang up towards the top side of the fight as well. Reckless is there, Boxer flashes, he's down. And Giants
damage onto that one while Giants secure this Wind Drake on the bottom side.
Get themselves the cloud alongside the ocean.
Very easy way of picking off a member when they're not expecting 5 members of Giants sitting in a bush.
Don't usually expect that. That's into safety.
Got some tools to keep safe, but here we go. Fnatic finally taking turrets.
It's 18 minutes in. I don't like. They're taking turrets. You should be.
It's getting real low right there. Unfortunately, Giants doesn't feel like there's much they can do unless it's a pick on Caps.
Ruin is just fighting against Caps. He doesn't really care. Caps regenerating that energy. Nuxar dies in the mid lane. Call of the Forge God comes out as well. Ruin misses the body slam. Whippo on the chase. Look for steal back. Betsy from
Caps
the side as well. One down. Caps gets a kill in the top side as well. And Fnatic find the fight.
The Baron now.
Yeah, a comp that can 1-3-1 against you, or even 1-4 against you, and a Baron buff. 23 minutes in, Fnatic get it. A fight
versus the Kali.
We don't get to see because Ruin's dead. He got caught out. Teleport coming in as well. Looking for the call of the Forge Guard. Can get in from the flank, just comes off cooldown. Here we go. Maybe a little bit too far away from the team. Hillersang, Bone Skewer hits onto Joker, pulls him back. Gobbled up by Nukes a lot. Akali on the flank. Here comes Caps. Looking for that highlight play. Looking for the montage at the end of the day. Doesn't actually need to engage. Just dodges away with the Shuriken flip. Pushing in this mid lane now. Fnatic trying to break the base at 23 minutes in. Secure their spot at the top of the EU LCS. Giants doing whatever they can to defend. The miracle may be over for them. Caps in the middle of the shroud. Joko down. That's one. Caps can re-jump in if he needs to. Nukes a lot, nuked down, Repel up, tower falls. And Fnatic continue to push in, 5 members strong. Ruin on his way, no explosive cast, but can always body slam in. Hillersang flash, Bone Skewer, Betsy flashes away. Caps cannot find the engage, inhibitor falls though. Fnatic are going to be able to escape. Whoa! Caps, what are you doing? Well, that's a little bit into steal back.
So Ruin gets out okay.
What he's done before, we saw him do this against Misfits. On the pike, he doesn't think that you have that much impact when you're with the team in this sort of situation, in a split push situation. So what he does is he gets Baron and he just keeps the wave pushing in as much as he can.
Yeah, the thing is, it's so hard to actually punish him in a side lane. Fnatic are just going under the towers.
It's a massive engage, though. Perfect play from the Dragon's Boxer, has to flash away. The curtain's open. Caps can jump onto the back line if he needs, but they can't quite take down Boxer. 26 minutes old. That's ancient for a turret.
Ages, for an outer turret especially.
Oh, it needed to be knocked down. The builders watching this game like, oh yeah, that's the knockback onto Caps, goes obscure though. Healing up with a Hextech ult, not Hextech, Gunblade, that's the one it was. Hillersang gets dived on though, he's down. Caps looking for the flank, jumps in, double micro stun into the Zhonyas. Ruin, the dodge away from Caps keeps him alive, but here come the curtains. Caps has to just dodge away from this if he can. One shot's gonna connect. Second does not. Joker can't.
There we go.
Dive in from Caps once again. Straight into the shroud. And now Ruin's running for the hills because Whippo's on the chase. The Bellows read the double shut down. That's exactly what you need if you're Fnatic, but prepared to it with his life. Steal back. Steal back. Goodbye once again. Steelback comes up trumps in the AD carry battle. Caps dodging away as much as he can, but Giants are on the chase into the Twilight Shroud once again. It's respawn. They're getting towards these 5v5 fights that we said they're so good at.
Yeah, Joko stepping forward, looking for the engage.
Whippo's the one on the front line. Here's the call of the Forge God.
Caps isn't here.
Grouped up. Caps is not there, but Reckless is. and he knows how to carry a team to victory. He takes out 2. He's looking for a 3rd as well. Still back, chasing onto Reckless. hiliSang kills Betsy, but it's AD versus AD. Can't quite land the drowned gods, but this is a death knell for Giants. Reckless and hiliSang come up huge.
That's what I'm saying. Fnatic are going to win a fight. It's win it fast with hiliSang getting those executes, getting the resets. Caps comes in at the end to finalize that fight. Fnatic go for the Nexus.
What a game from Fnatic. The return of Reckless ends up in victory. And Fnatic are going to take top spot with Misfits at the top of the EU LCS table.
Stuff like the Echo in the mid lane. Oh, now here's the thing we didn't even mention. They can still flex picks around. I think this is going to be a mid lane Talia, a jungle. I'm feeling a little hungry, but right now Vitality, they're setting up for this play in the top side of the map. Again, no flash on Vizicachi, and there's so much early game damage to dish out by this Talia.
Feeling hungry for the kills in the top lane. Jizuke roaming at level 5. Chachi, no flash, puts the hammer down. Kikis. There's the steadfast presence as well. Jizuke's the one to tank it up, still tanking. Chachi's still alive for a very long time, but can't survive long enough. And Vitality will...
In solo queue has not performed that well. Kikis is invading. He missed the body slam
Weaver's
though.
Wall comes out, they're chasing onto Amazing Box in with the paranoia. Nuke on his way. Chachi there as well. One down, but here comes the Akali. Vanda TP's in. Jizuke will get chunked out by Nuke. The dash across the wall shut down. Goodbye. Kikis falls as well as Schalke collapse in the jungle.
This time it's Schalke, though. Jizuke might be asking for a little bit more than he wanted.
Paranoia onto Jizuke. There's a blast cone there for him. Knocks himself away, but the jump in from Nuke Duck. 5-point strikes enough. Nuke Duck and Nocturne combine once again. If you see someone, you're like, why didn't he just walk away? It's because they're stunned in place. It's actually very difficult to escape from Akali if he catches onto you.
Yeah, it's about a 0.5 second CC right there, but while Vitality are trying to make plays happen in the side lane, they do get that top lane turret. Schalke knock down this mid lane one. So important, specifically against the Talia. If you can push these waves, de-aggroing the turrets and making those dives happen. So you're gonna have to watch out if you're Jizuke clearing the tower.
Upset, jumps straight across the wall there. Heal using Night Down as well. The Paranoia jumping on towards that backline. Concussive blows the stun into the stopwatch, but that is a very dead Rakan. KazaLoLLCShighlights coming in from the backside as well. Dunk one, knocked back with the hammer down. Jizuke uses the Weaver's Wall to split up the fight. Chachi not on the right side of this now, but Nuke Duck has joined the fight. 2 down, and Schalke lose 2.
Ready to punish.
They're going to get the Cloud Drake off the back of that as well.
Right now, it doesn't feel like. You look at the itemization coming through. Attila is still just 1.5 items, while Upset has finished those 2.
There's Attila. Shrew can flip, can jump back if he wants to. Caught out by Kikis, slowed up. There's the Charm as well. The Darius, the Dung Squad, but Nuke Duck dodging away. Weaver's Wall will lock him in place, and eventually Nuke Duck will fall. It took all 5 members of Vitality, but they do get the kill.
It is possible to kill this champion. Maybe buys a lot of time for the rest of your team, and I'm not sure if trading an inner tower port is worth, but they have to go to the Baron right now. Vitality, you know, the strongest member of Schalke is down for the count. It's a 5v4 in the pit.
Still got 2-item Ezreal Braum there with the ult as well. Vitality taking it down so quickly. 4,000 HP. Here's Upset. Amazing. Can look for the steal as well. No vision.
Okay, Scott!
Double knockback once again from Chachi. He did it against H2K.
Massive minion wave building up top lane that they're all scared to go for. Here we go.
Paranoia comes out. Chachi knocked into the wall. That's the dead jungler. Teleport comes in as well from Vitality. But KazaLoLLCShighlights, none of the best of spots here. Jizuke might be able to get the damage down. The jump in from Nuke Duck. Already another kill for Upset, and Vitality just forced away. Round out these last 9 games with another win. Jizuke there, Attila coming in as well. Jackdraw has the quickness and the flash, looking for the engage straight onto the back line. 2,000 HP on the Baron. Schalke trying to do what they can. Attila gets some damage in from the side as well, but the Baron down to 1,000 HP.
Here comes Kikis!
The steal is real. The Nocturne's dead. How did you miss it, Kikis? Schalke somehow still secure it. And once again, it's the top lane god. It's Chachi who says that's mine today and takes down the Baron.
Now Schalke, they're being chased down by the rest of on the chase as well. Here come Vitality.
Oh, Nuke Duck, you have to dodge around. Someone has to survive here. Upset's the first to fall. Nuke Duck goes into the Twilight Shroud, dodges back into it, misses everything. Upset's still alive. KazaLoLLCShighlights there. Nuke Duck, what are you going to do? The teleport. Upset's down. They can't turn this at all. They're dead. They're done for. Kikis falls as well to the Ignite. but Schalke get the about it at all. But this 1-3-1 from Schalke. They're 6,000 gold ahead, and I'm on today. Jackdaw jumping in here, no flash for him. Twilight Shroud used, Kikis engaging onto Amazing. There's explosive cast, Paranoia comes out as well. You can't see me, he says Amazing as he jumps in. Nuke Duck looking for the flank here as well. That's one down, Cabo shot shut down, upset in the back of the fight. He's raining down hell upon Vitality. Nuke Duck is shot back. Vitality are able to take one in response, and Schalke have to reset.
Schalke in the face. It's going to come down to a team fight that they're just not as well equipped to go into it as.
Now, it becomes a waiting game for Schalke.
And no one wants to go into the lane with Nuke Duck. It's actually hilarious because the second Jizuke shows up.
Split push as well, because you just proc the Sheen or proc the Lich Bane. Get the tower. Tower fell in the bot lane as well from Cabo Shard, so was a 1-for-1 trade. In fact, Cabo Shard's going to get 2 out of this, so technically in favor of Vitality. 5,000 gold the difference between these two teams, but it's beginning
to this game, and with Nuke Duck on the flank, he might be gearing up for a fight.
Oh, Jizuke and Attila in the perfect situation. The paranoia, the darkness, the jump in from Nuke Duck, straight onto the backline, into the Twilight Shroud as well. He says, you can't see me, but I'm going to 5-point strike your face. Takes out one. Cabo Shard the next to fall as well. This is a superlative fight from Schalke Null Fear with the perfect flank to start.
Alive, he still has the chance to go into the pit and look for a steal, but that smite is not quite off of cooldown just yet.
No keeper's verdict here for Chachi. He's going to take a lot of poke from Jizuke and Kikis. The Weaver's Wall is up as well, but I think Vitality have decided to give this one up. The Baron is going to go across towards Schalke. 35 minutes in. They secure their second Baron of the game. Hopefully this one is a little more fruitful.
It lets you show.
Schalke starts to push towards these inhibitor towers. They got a lot of damage down towards this bottom one. It's already gone. Thought it was going to be a challenge, but it wasn't a challenge at all.
Well, here's the thing. Nuke Duck brought 2 or 3 members of Vitality up to the top lane. That meant no one was here to defend, and now the base is in utter shambles. Vitality are going to have to go for a fight or risk losing multiple inhibitors.
Schalke using Nocturne in the mid lane as well, which means that he can join the fight on either front if it happens. Jack Troll in the position for a flank here. Flash ult is up, but they have to pull the trigger. They have to do something. They're losing inhibitor in the top side. It looks like Jizuke and Cabo Shard up there to clear that out, but upset Chachi and Vander down towards this bottom side for Schalke. Are just going to be able to take this in here. You can see tentative around Jack Troll. There we go. Glacial Fisher misses. Jack Troll jumps in, but only onto one. Chachi caught out, knocked back. Chachi saved by Kikis, the savior who came in and took Vitality to 4-0. Just cost them the fight in the bottom side. Nuke Duck's on the Nexus towers. The second inhibitor's going to fall. Nocturne's in the mid lane. This should be all 3 for Schalke.
And all of the ultimates from Vitality are down. How do they engage a fight? How do they make something happen? It just isn't there for them. They have to throw their bodies into the fray if they're going to find it against Schalke.
Chachi flashes away. Cabo Shard has the flank with the TP. That's exactly what you need. You need something. The knockback. Nuke Duck on the back line, but he's still alive. Attila down, upset. Gets one, takes out his fellow AD carry, and now jumping forward onto Cabo Shard. The exhaust into the fear. Upset still on that front line. No one can challenge him anymore. Cabo gets the dunk, but Vander is going to help his team get the kill. Nuke Duck gets it. Chachi in here with a flank now. Looking for the knockback, the hammer shot. Kikis joins the fight. Schalke should settle for 3 inhibitors here. They can reset. They can come back to fight another day, but it looks like Vitality's day is soon to be done.
Schalke got everything they could possibly ask for. Vitality just slow to pull the trigger, and another cask not finding its mark. Wait a second, Amazing might be looking for the re-engage.
The darkness comes out, the jump in. Nuke Duck looking to follow it up just on the Nexus towers. GA popped, upset. Backed to teleport back into the fight. That's what an AD carry can do now. One Nexus tower down.
10 seconds on Attila.
Vitality coming back up alive. 10 seconds as you say. Kick is there. Jack Troll. It's on Jizuke. The trigger. The knock up. Jizuke, you need to get into the midst of the action, but the QSS
with a Baron buff spawning in 20 seconds, that is not contestable for Vitality. They have to stay in their base, otherwise super minions are going to destroy it.
Finally seems to be working out for them.
They brought in Amazing at the start of this split. They knew they had shot calling issues. They needed someone that would make the calls, go in.
Jizuke on the rise, you know, really a player that could carry, and that's what he's looking to do in this final fight, but they're already backing away. The paranoia comes out. Nuke Duck, he's on the Nexus tower. He doesn't care about your fight. He cares about the win, and he's going for it. Twilight Shroud used to keep him alive for the moment. Vitality trying to collapse on him, but Nuke Duck flashes away and gets